Hi guys, this is Banished and welcome back to another episode of Banished. So sit back and relax and enjoy this episode. If you guys are new to my channel, go down below and hit that subscribe button. If you guys have been here before, welcome back. I love having you guys here. And if you guys love this video, go down below and smash that like button. We are playing Banished, like I mentioned, and this is going really well. We are definitely moving along with our settlement, and we are building out our little town square here. That's what we did our previous episode, and in this episode, we will be continuing to build out our town square area. Most likely, we'll probably be adding some more buildings within here and getting into decorating this location over here. I personally think this is coming along really well. And I like how it is looking. I love this model of this church. I think this thing looks beautiful. And it is going really well so far for our settlement in Banished. But yeah, if you guys like what you guys are seeing, let me know. I'd love to hear those comments. So in today's episode, let's get this thing started while we still have springtime here so we can actually get some stuff going. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do in today's episode, we got these going right at the end, basically putting out some fields here. I want to get these starting to get farmed here. So let's get some workers out on these areas here. So we're going to put 4 workers. Looks like 3. Nope, we're going to do 4. 4 workers out here. And once this pen structure over here is complete, we'll be able to get basically the chickens that we bought right at the end of the last episode. They are all still chilling right over in here. And we can bring these chickens over into this area so they can then actually start making eggs and getting us some chicken. The rye I believe rye can be used to feed chickens. If not, we're going to be in trouble and we're going to have to get some seeds. I think maybe, I forget what exactly is the seed that we need, but we will see as soon as we get those chickens into this pen. While we're waiting for that pen to build, I want to build a few more structures in here. So this house right here, this thing is gonna go bye-bye. Let's destroy this. This is still building. Okay, we're gonna have to let this thing go a little bit faster here. So let's speed up some time just to get this all cleaned out. You can see right there, it's cleaned out. We just need to get some workers over here to start actually deconstructing this building. Yeah, and this will also start getting built too. So that was actually a good thing. I didn't even realize we had no workers even on the field. So that's probably why this wasn't being built. Alright, good. So this is now taken down. Let's put some houses out here. So we're going to use the same structures I was earlier. The one thing I want to change though, I mentioned this in the previous episode, you could put structures underneath here. So if we go into, say, like here, you could see there's a medieval tavern. This could technically be used if we want. We don't have the resources to build a tavern quite yet, so we're going to pass on that. Okay, so for right now, we're just not going to bother with putting anything down. We're just going to go with the first story buildings to start with. So these are what they look like. We're going to have to put one gap in between here, and we can change what the fronts of them look by hitting the F key. You can see there's a bunch of different designs. I kind of like this design for right now. So let's place this down. We're going to go now to the second story. So the second story, we can also change how the design looks. I think for the second story, we're going to go... let's just go with a 3-window front. And then the top floor. Ooh, how do we want this top floor to look? I'm kind of feeling that turret. Let's do that turret. So there we go. We have now kind of these buildings will start getting built. How is this pen coming along? It is coming along well. We could put some chickens in here. So let's get these chickens going. And we're gonna need, we may not need to actually feed them. I can't remember if we do or not. I guess we'll find out very quickly if we do need to feed them or not. Okay, so at least we have some crops going here being harvested. We'll have this coming in here. And then we'll at least be able to start getting some animals also. Have these chickens moved over yet? They have not. They should move over pretty quickly. And we'll start getting some stuff built. Let's also take this out. Just trying to think here. Got some ideas of what some things I want to place in here. So let's take out some more buildings. We're going to take out this one to begin with. Yep, we're gonna get a lot of people going homeless. That is fine though. And I guess while we're waiting, we can also continue making the road here. There's nothing saying that I can't continue making this. So let's see, I gotta remember which pattern I used. I know it's 4. That looks like it. Yep, that is definitely it. Okay, so we can now continue extending these roads. So continue like that. We can twist this around and also continue this road down this way. Perfect. So these will look really cool once they're done. I'm really excited to actually get some of these roads in here. I really like how these look overall. Let's also rotate this. We're just going to need a lot of stone to take care of this. So this is definitely going to be a pretty major undertaking building these roads, as well as also building all these structures. There's just going to be a lot of stones that are going to need to be built, or I should say harvested, which these mines are doing pretty well. Just got to probably look in getting some kind of, what is it called, candles, so we can actually start going deeper with them. And that will come pretty soon, hopefully. Over here, we don't really have anything that we want here, so let's dismiss this guy also. Okay. Like I said, this game in Banished, this is going to definitely be a interesting episode here, just trying to build out this city square here. I really think it's going to be awesome, like I mentioned earlier, and I'm very excited to show you guys this once it is complete. So, hopefully it will not take too long, but it'll definitely be a good episode of building everything out here. You can see now this structure is complete. We have a 3-story home here, and now we have some more room over here that we can put another house. So we have other options too. We don't need to 100% just put what I've been placing in here. We can also go ahead and place some of these kind of structures just to break up, I guess, the little atmosphere we have going here. These structures are really cool. You can see they have roads that can go underneath them, which I really like. I think they will look really cool too. And what else do we have? We have angular buildings, which these I really like. These things will definitely be something we'll be adding into this settlement area. So once we get going a little further, we'll probably have to start switching up some of the design, and we'll add these in. Definitely cool, and we'll definitely get this going probably in a little here. Okay. So we're just going to let this play for a little bit, just get it sped up a little bit more, and once some things are completed being built, I will be back with you guys in a few seconds. Okay guys, so we have some new development going on here. Right over here in our post, we have these cows that we can get. So I was thinking we should probably put some coats in here. If we do that, I think then we'll be able to purchase some of these cows, which will really help us going forward. Just try to get some more food variety going in our city. So let's get this moving. We're gonna get the 300 in here. I don't think this is gonna be anything we want. No, this is chickens, so we don't want that. So let's just get these cows. I hope that will be good. And I have an idea of how we're gonna lay this out. Okay guys, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna trade 240 hide coats for 2 cows. Let's do this trade. There we go. So now we got these cows over here. Perfect. And we're going to also put a pasture for these cows over in this area, similar to how we had with these chickens. So let's get this set up too. The quicker we get this set up, then we can get these guys out in the fields, which is going to be perfect. Okay. So there we go. 20. Let's go 20 by 20 also for this. That's going to take a little bit to build because we're going to need to take some time, I'd say, to cut down everything and harvest it, but hopefully that will go pretty quick. The next thing we're going to do is we are actually going to level all of these mountains over here. The reason why I want to level these mountains, I'm thinking of moving basically around over to here and continuing building these medieval style basically homes. And I had an idea over here. I want to put a inn, so when we do get actually other individuals coming into our settlement, like basically the other individual who are banished who wants to join, We have a place to put them temporarily. Plus, I also want to put a pottery, and I also want to put a tavern close to the city center. So I think this would be a good location for a bar, basically. So let's get this thing leveled here. And one thing I forgot to do, I need to put this back to 0 again. Perfect. Otherwise, they're going to put some more stuff in there, and I don't want anything else in there. Dismiss him. Let's go here. We're not going to need anything here. Dismiss him too. All right. So sorry about that. Let's get to the leveling of this. There we go. All right. So now we have some flat terrain to work with. I like it. I like it a lot. All right. So over here, I'm going to build first I believe it's like a tavern area. So let's see what we can do. I know I found it earlier. Here it is. Okay. So this is going to go here on this corner. The problem is this house is in the way. And if I do that, will it hurt us? It might. There's 2 people in here. Yeah. Alright, well, that kind of ruined my plan. I guess we're going to have to wait till winter's over till we can actually do that. Alright, I'll be back with you guys in a few minutes. Okay, guys, I am back. It is no longer winter now, so I now feel like it's okay to basically kick these guys out of their house. That's the one thing I don't like to do during winter. I'm not the Grinch. I'm not going to go kick people out of their homes just to try to settle my agenda. So I just wanted to wait at least until it was somewhat nicer out, and then I was like, all right, time to kick these guys out now. So that's exactly what I did. Just gonna get them to start taking down this house, and as this house comes down, we're gonna have to replace obviously some place for them to live, just because currently they do not have any place. So yeah, we're gonna have to do that. But before I, like I said, build a home for them, my priorities have obviously not involved building a home. We're building this first, which this will temporarily help them. So I'm okay building this for right now. Basically, we can then put, they'll go into here because they're homeless. Basically, they'll come into, what are these things called again anyways? Oh, boarding house, yeah. So they'll come into boarding houses. Anyone who's homeless, and it'll just give them kind of a place to stay. As you can tell now, they're not homeless anymore, so obviously the game kind of figured it out and worked itself out. So good, we don't have to worry about that anymore. So okay, here we go. We're gonna build the first couple boarding structures right here. So this is the first one, just the ground floor, and then we need to do the second level for it. And I think, can these change? No, they can't. So these are pretty just locked into what they are, which I'm fine with. I kind of like how they look. Let's rotate here. And there we go. So that's going to be our boarding home. And over here, this is now finally built. We're going to put the cows in here. We're also going to put one more just worker to be out there working with these cows. That'll take a little bit to get those cows all up and operating, but once they're good and they're running efficiently, they will be really good for our community. Let's also continue this road over here because we're getting low, I would say, on just extending this road network that we're going to try to build out here. So let's get this. We're going to go back into here, and let's get these just kind of placed out here. That should be good, I would think. So I'm going to do a 4-way intersection right there. Yeah. So then I just need to match this up. Perfect. There we go. So that's going to be good. That's going to hook itself up. And then we can actually start getting some other stuff in here, which I'm very excited to get. We're going to get some pottery. We're going to get a tavern too. So we're going to have definitely a pretty thriving community pretty shortly in this area. Let's get that pottery set up like I mentioned. Where is it? It's right here. So this is how the pottery looks. It's going to be interesting to see exactly how this is going to get set, because basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to say this is the ground floor, the pottery, and then above it I'm going to put some homes. So it might look a little strange when you look at it. Let's try to match this as well as we can. Okay, so there's a different style than that. This will probably be a better style, I would think, to suit it. Yeah, that would definitely be the better one. Okay. So that can go here, and do these change at all? They do not. So let's place that, and then above it, we're gonna just have this. Perfect. So there we go. That is going to be the pottery location. So hopefully we'll get a potter set up, which these guys will be very good for trading. That's the main reason why you want potters, the pottery guys, so we can actually get some trade goods set up and get that flowing within our community here. So that's good. The next thing we're probably going to look at in getting is a tavern, which I'm probably going to put right here on the corner. And that tavern obviously is going to be looking over the square, so it would be a good location just to have it. But for right now, that is okay. And we have our cows in here. Perfect. And they are making milk. So with those cows making milk, that means we got to consider, we got to get a dairy in here. Where is a dairy? Medieval creamery. That sounds really good to me. Let's see here. So this is gonna probably go, let's see here. So I gotta figure out exactly where we want to place this thing. The creamery is, it'd be nice to have it all the way out here next to where the actual, yeah, let's do that. We're actually gonna place this out here next to where the actual cows are. And I believe, do we need barn storage for milk? Yes, we do. So let's put some storage also out here, just so then we can prevent people from walking back and forth a lot. So I think maybe this will be the best place for it. We'll just put a large barn out here. This will definitely hold a lot of materials. So once we get these even up and running fully, this will definitely be a good structure for us to have. So I'm not too worried about it. It will work out all for us in the end. Okay, cool. We have this up and running right now. Let's get a potter going in here. Alright, so we have the potter. Hopefully he'll start making some goods. I think we probably should do, he's gonna make, you know, pottery, which we need clay for. Let's see. That's sand, and here's clay. So let's build this and get this guy up and going too. Get two of these guys going here. So there we go. We got this going. And that should go pretty well for us, just to get some more resources out here. I'm happy to see that. How else? Alright, so we're gonna have to raise our limit here. Let's raise this up to just 15,000. I'm fine with that. Yeah. So I want to get a lot of clay. That's definitely something we need to get. That's going to be definitely a priority for this episode. Oh man, we got trade llamas. It's fine. We're just going to get rid of that. Okay, we got the cows again, so let's get rid of that. We are definitely moving along here very well. So I'm excited for this. Hopefully you guys are excited for this build too. I'm going to let this stuff build a little bit and just get some more resources gathered, and I'll be back with you in a few minutes. Okay guys, and I am back. We have done an awful lot since the last time we have spoken. We went ahead and kind of reorganized the whole entire downtown region that we are going to have here. We've added in some peach orchards in here. We've added in a well here to get some individuals to come into our village. You can see actually there's a bunch of people coming in right here, so we have a bunch of nomads coming in here. Right now we are going to deny these nomads just because we have a fairly good population. I'm not sure how our food can handle this, so I'm just going to deny these guys for right now. But what we've also done is we've gone over, added, I believe you guys have seen some of these animals over here that we have added, but we also now finally have some sheep, so we can get some wool, which we can upgrade our clothing overall. And we also have over here now Just kind of more like a setup fishing pier area with some barns kind of set up to store more food. You can see we have a lot of storage going on here. And then a lot of these piles that we put in here, I've just surrounded them with these bushes because I think it looks very nice. And I did that also here just for our city center area, so it looks a little bit more put together and a little bit more neat. So far things are going very well in our city. I like how things are coming along. We have definitely plenty of resources overall in here, and you know, we'll have to see exactly how things continue to grow as we progress through time in our cities. One thing that I really want to do before the end of this episode is I need to get a city center or a town hall set up for us. So if we go down into this area here and into here, they have a bunch of different options for town halls that we could put in. We have some gazebo options, just some other smaller features. You have the traditional town hall. You have more like a colonial meeting area. We also have a White House, which we're not going to put in here. Once again, this I said is more the colonial center hall. We have a courthouse. We have a lighthouse, which we'll definitely be using sometime coming up soon. What else do we have? Then we have some smaller, you know, like village meeting centers. You can see how these look. They look pretty nice overall. And then we also have a fancy castle. This is not going to fit in here for right now, but for our downtown area, what I want to do is stick this building in here. So this is the traditional building that comes with Banished. I just think this model will look nice for what I'm trying to go for here. If we put this, say, here and spin this around, yeah, we're going to place this, I believe, right in here. I think this will definitely fit the area, and it's going to look pretty good going forward. So let's put that in here. This is going to get built, and then we're just going to get some paths and just kind of finish them up right behind our structure right here. And we can definitely put some bushes around here, just make it a little bit nicer, kind of like how we do it, all these bushes here. You can see how this all turned out for us going forward. Okay guys, so I think the last thing we're going to finish up in this episode today is we're going to finish up this little pier area over here. So the first thing we're going to have to do is, sadly, we're going to have to go through here and I believe delete some of these structures out. They're just currently actual buildings, and having them in here, they are not going to work for us. So the first thing I'm going to want to do is go into this area here and go to where we have these basically walls, and we're going to want to add basically some other assets into here. So the first thing I want to kind of really add is a fishing area. So I'm going to put in this like this. I think this little fishing dock looks pretty cool. And we're also going to put, I believe, on this side, maybe a, not on that side. On this side, we're also going to put a barn, just as a place for some more storage. You can see that more storage probably going to be the better as we move forward in this series. And then to wrap some of this up here, we're going to put, I believe, just some houses along the water here. They'll look pretty cool and kind of finish out this little location here. So that should work. Let's do the same type stones along there. And that should be good, I'd say, for along the water here. We gotta also fill in this center area here. So let's get some stones going across here. And then we're probably gonna also bring this down to here, because, let me see. If I remember, yeah. Alright, this barn, we could though put some in front of right there. And then we need to bring this up to the street. So perfect. So in the middle here, we kind of got to figure out what we want to put. I'm kind of thinking also like an industrial area, also similar to what this is over here, just because it's a kind of like a pier location. I think it would be cool to have another kind of industrial area. We just got to kind of figure out what materials we want to build here. I thought a shipyard would be kind of cool over here too, but I currently think where this is set up, this is not going to be a great location for a shipyard. We could put some other like items in here, basically. We could put, what do we have? A joiner, which makes furniture. I think that could be kind of interesting. And there's some other items, such as this. What else? Okay. I think this might be the best. Putting a weaver in here, I think, would be kind of interesting. We need to start considering making clothing, and I think having a weaver in here could be a good location for him. What else do we have? A tanner. Tanner also could be solid. A lin weaver. Clothing store. Okay, I didn't know they had clothing stores. Okay. Yeah, I definitely am going to put a weaver in here because we need the weaver. And I think maybe even, yeah, we'll just put one weaver right there. And what could fit in here? We also need eventually these ropes, I know, just from playing previous games. So maybe let's put some ropes over here that can be made. We're just kind of getting things set up so they look a little bit better. And kind of now at this point, it's more or less just finishing off the rest of this pier area with going back into, where is it? I believe it's here. Yeah, and we're going to just finish off with the remainder of these kind of blocks, basically. So we'll do that. Okay, guys, and I am back. We have finished up our pier area over here. You can see kind of how it turned out. We have another fishing little area here. We put in a second little mill here so we can get some hardwood being produced. We also have, like I mentioned earlier, these are the trading posts, and we have some ropes, some area where we can eventually start making some linens. We have a storage barn. We'll eventually have 2 homes that are going to be built over here. And then over here we have 2 gathering areas that are going to be getting reeds for us. And we need the reeds in order to make the rope over here, which this will come into play kind of further into the future. What else do we have going on over here? That's kind of really all we have. We have a lot of these fields over here. More like, we have more pastures, honestly, with animals in it than we do actual fields with crops. But that will probably be something we will work on in the next episode, getting a more variety of crops so we can actually get people fed better. Other than that, though, I think we are going to end today's episode here. Like always, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Banished. And if you guys enjoyed this episode of Banished, please go down below, smash that like button, and subscribe to my channel like always. If you guys also want to put a comment down below, let me know what you're thinking about our series so far in Banished. You know, throw one down there. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about it and what you guys would like to see you know, us do a little bit different in upcoming episodes for Banished. But on that note, guys, we are going to end it here today. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next video. See you all later.